Welcome to Coffee with Grant, KZN Top Business. Professor Anesh Singh from the University Foundation. Anesh, tell me a little bit about what your role is at the university.
Well, I'm the head of the UKZN Foundation, and the foundation is the fundraising arm of UKZN. Our responsibility is to seek funding for the various activities at the university, and that ranges from teaching and learning support through to disability, and the biggest one for us is our bursaries. We raise close to 50% of our annual income for bursaries alone. Last year we raised in the region of 48 million rands.
That's pretty impressive. So now, I was in a meeting with you a couple of days back, and there's relevantly something happening at the university that everybody's aware of. Well, maybe you can explain a little bit what's happening at the university and historically where we are to how we're going to solve the whole problems.
We've had a number of students who have outstanding debt which they've accrued over a period of time. And one of the things that the university requires is to be able to be liquid in order to run. And we have outstanding debt in the region of about 1.7 billion rands. Now, if the university is unable to recoup this, it could cause some major problems for us in terms of running efficiently. So as a result, the university has asked that students pay at least 15% of their outstanding debt. The Vice-Chancellor put out a call a few weeks back, and our Chair of Council, to say that we need to have a multi-stakeholder approach to finding these funds. And I think there are a number of organizations on the outside. There are some interest groups, there's the Alumni Association, who have all banded together to try and find some funds at the very least to assist some of the students. As the foundation, we have launched a campaign called We Care UKZN, and this campaign is actually going beyond our normal mandate of fundraising. So we needed something that would be a quick, short-term intervention, and we decided to go the crowdfunding route, and we're using BackABuddy as our platform to do that. But it's not the solution to the problem, because it is a much larger challenge for our institution. So what we are going to do is we're instituting a second phase where we are going to be working with Phoenix, which is a platform that has been created by Standard Bank in order to look at the debt over a much longer period across the span of 2020.
Anesh, the last time we were together, you spoke to me about the psychological, the background, the history of how we got to where we are today. And I think if you could explain that to the potential donors or to the donors, it makes it easier for us from the outside to look inside, because we're always trying to blame instead of get solutions.
I think the most important thing that we need to understand is that, and I'm just taking my personal circumstances. If let's say I was earning 120,000 rands last year and I received a 10% increase, that would only take me to 132,000. So it doesn't really change my circumstances substantially to get me out of the to get me out of the group of students who would be NSFAS funded. So the reality is that whilst I think the public are angry and they're unhappy with what has happened or unfolded at the university, what we all seem to forget is that if you didn't have the money last year, the chances are that you still don't have it this year. So what do? We have to get creative about how we resolve the problem. But we as society, I think we have to understand that we talk about Ubuntu in South Africa, but we've got to put it into practice. And this is really what we are trying to do through this campaign, is this is why we've made it about we care. So it's not just me, it's not just I, but it is we. And as a society, I believe that we should all come together to assist our students. At the end of the day, these are the leaders of tomorrow. So we need to be able to give them that opportunity, and this is really what we are trying to do. As the foundation, it is our responsibility to empower our students. They don't know who we are. We try not to market our actual services that we offer to students, but we are bringing in the funds. It then gets redistributed through the university's systems to ensure that it gets to the students.
Well, I really believe that it is the way to go. So if everybody, as you say, just puts in a little bit of money, we'll get to that target pretty quickly. You know, the crowdfunding has worked all over the world, and why we can't get it to work here, it should work here. So I'd encourage everybody to get out there and just put in whatever little bit it is. It adds up.
Absolutely, Grant. In fact, I think it goes beyond just the actual donation. It's about spreading the message. And I think that is really what we'd like, is that, yes, we want a small donation, but for you to pass that message around to your friends, your networks, your relatives, and encourage them to understand that this is a problem that we all need to be able to, or a challenge that we all need to address. And that is what I'd like to encourage them to do.
Look, I couldn't agree more. So, Anesh, good luck with your raising of money through the BackABuddy campaign. And I encourage everybody to get out there. I know I'm going to do it.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I'm definitely going to share it on our networks, and if everybody does the same, it's a very, very quick way to get a positive message out there, because that's what we need to do, is take the positive message going forward and look after the youngsters. They are our future. So thank you very much for joining me on Coffee with Grant.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers.